Chrisy, and you're tuning in to a pom-pom stream. Hello. While I was preparing for the stream, I decided to redo these 2 sketches for the other 2 cuts we have, and we're gonna work on these since we did finish up cut 2 in the last animation stream. So yay! Hello, you okay? Welcome to the stream. Hello. Alrighty. I basically redid these sketches because the original one didn't really like help me too much with the illustrating needs I have. So, yeah. These 2 cuts represent previous shorts I've animated. So, it'll be like a nice throwback to them. So, alright, without further ado, let me just turn down the opacity and get started. The first cut I'm working on right now is an animation short I made like last year, where I was doing like a back to school thingy, like an overconsumption thingy, where like Any packed so much into the backpack it like exploded, and now we're at the aftermath where Chrissy's picking up the backpack and is going like, what did you do? These are gonna be very simple, so I'm sure it won't take too much time. find side profiles to be a little difficult when illustrating, but I'll just go through a lot of trial and error till it like looks right to my view. Working in vector is so much fun. Why doesn't everyone do it? There are reasons. I love working with vector, so I wouldn't know like anymore like how to put my shoes in like someone that doesn't work with vector, but could be like lack of knowledge, could be other various things. Maybe they want more of like a paintbrushy style, which could be a very valid reason. Whenever I work with like a more canvasy watercolor-y style like this, sometimes like working with vectors makes it more of a hassle, because you can't like really blend like other stuff like this. But yeah, I could put this on vector and like do stuff like this. Move it, yeah, that exists. But if I were to like blend these or color with them, it just doesn't work. That's the only reason I could think of at the moment. Otherwise, vector OP. I think artists who could like make their digital pieces look like watercolor are like OP, so I'm pretty sure they're not using vectors, so praise to them. You should work on a fan art this week, and it's gotta somewhat emulate. Oh, I don't know that artist. Yeah, look into that one real quick. Oh, okay, they're the Magic, the Gathering illustrator. Nice. Worked on a lot of stuff. Ooh. Well, good luck with that. Guess you're doing a master study in that term. I remember having to do those in university. They're always so tough, but like rewarding at the same time, so good luck. Oh, that's actually really cute. Oh my goodness. I actually find it really adorable whenever a bunch of fans decide to create like thumbnails for their VTuber Oshis. Oh my goodness. I feel like I would get so overwhelmed though at the same time if I was in that position, because like for every like topic someone might choose, there might be like 20 or 30 people just ready to make thumbnails for it, and like it just like I would feel bad rejecting one. Like not even like rejecting it, like maybe I just choose the first one I see and then like someone else makes one and I'm just like, no. My Kokoro would shatter. I used to find skirts very hard to illustrate, but like, oh my goodness. I'm like, so naturally. Yay! The biggest trick is just drawing the bottom right and then like, you just connect the dots afterward. Alrighty. Should be good. It's a little plates. Should be alright. It gets covered a little bit by the backpack here, so we're good. Oh my goodness, my cat walking through my desk. Hello. Skirts and braids feel similar. You just gotta get that pattern down. Yeah. I feel like if it's not a pleated skirt though, I just gotta be more careful when drawing fabric. Been getting a little better with whatever practice I get, so I'm sure in no time I'll get it down. There we go, we have the other foot for the most part. Even though it's not in frame, helps my, like, brain stay, sane. I don't really like just cutting illustrations off when it goes off camera, since it messes with my brain when it comes to in-betweens and keyframes. After that one punch, oh my goodness. I saw that. I feel like it wasn't even like outside the frame problem. It was just whoever was managing the camera didn't do it right. I'm pretty sure like the key animator didn't like screw it up. I mean, technically it is really bad to just like illustrate like this. No. But like, if you see a cut like that, your first focus should be not positioning the camera to the point you can see the top like that. I feel like if the camera was done correctly, none of that would have been seen anyways, but yeah, rip. figured it out. Oh, Hemlock, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We were just talking about how when you're working with some animation frames, you should probably complete the outside of the camera work. And then the One Punch Man incident got brought up. Figure out how this is gonna work. Perspective. My enemy. Good to just like have a little bit of the heart peek more than anything. Like that, maybe? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me... Sometimes I don't know my names offhand. Hold on. Ah, you're talking about the artist behind the One Punch Man. I actually don't know about the luck. Do you mean like the luck with grabbing that studio that's animating the series right now, or like are you referring to other stuff? Because I'm kind of curious on the lore. Draw this backpack. Draw it in different layers. I'll mix things up. Wild, how many times are you gonna pop into this stream, give me a new definition of streaming, and then leave? What is this? Are you trying to be a meme here? Six more times? Alright, got it. So before the end of next week, hopefully. Hope things are going well. My sore throat has been doing a bit better. I still have a little bit of pain whenever I, like, talk a little too much or, swallow air or anything like that. So, still trying to take it a little easy. I've been, drinking some miso soup and, some tea before stream, so hopefully things get better. So far, it's kind of riding out its course. You talk about that, I think about Berserk. I think it's one thing to like the frames not being correct, but I think it's another thing to get like CGI'd and like the CGI not being good. I think that's a worse fate, but yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Wait, but now that I think about it, isn't Mob Psycho doing well? Oh, that's their other work, right? Isn't that one being like animated and handled very carefully by Studio Bones? I guess I guess if we count Mob Psycho as being like handled correctly, that's like a 50-50 luck. Not the worst, but still pretty bad. Okay, yeah, the OG was pretty alright, but I'm talking about the 2011. What about that one? Are you forgetting that one existed intentionally? You just that one never existed. We never talk about it because that's hilarious. Oh, okay. See, it traumatized you. We're almost done with the backpack. And if the fun part will be animating Any here because I'm trying to do like very expressive tears. The first thing I think of is like how Animal Crossing characters cry, but like I'm also thinking about like anytime an anime like just flooding of tears. Did Mob Psycho get another season? I think it was what left on season 3 or something. I enjoyed all of it actually. It was pretty good. I think like the first couple of episodes were like a little hard to get into, but then like afterwards I was enjoying it. Oh, you're gonna check your my anime list? Oh my goodness. I have my personal anime list on, I think, Live Chart, the one that like tells you exactly when all the shows start. Uh, I didn't realize people were only using my anime list for that stuff. So I'm like the only like, I think maybe, how do I describe it? I guess I'll say loser. I'm the loser over in a different website rating stuff. Outcast, maybe? has a pretty big manga and light novel collection as well, so you could keep them all together. Oh, true. Maybe I should just, like, go through the hassle of grabbing all my ratings and converting them. Yeah, all of the animes with 10 points are rom-coms or just comedies. Hey, I won't judge. I personally also enjoy my rom-coms and comedies. Speaking of which, I have yet to finish the second season of Grand Blue. I gotta get to it. I think I, like, ended off at, like, episode 5 or 4 and just forgot to get back into it. Whoops! It's really enjoyable. I recommend it. Oh, speaking of which, that gave me an idea for a new topic. Grand Blue was one of the few animes I've like watched where like when it's been a long time for like time passing between the first season and whatever season they like work on in like a decade or so, the style did not really change that much. And I found it impressive because like I remember like stuff like Devil's a Part-Timer had like a huge like art style change in between like their first season and their second. I know the whole medium in general is going through like a new art style technically. I think that's it for the backpack. I want to cut these lines instead of like this. Is this song Stardew Valley? Nope. Sounds like it, doesn't it? I'll send you the link. Here you go. I tried to pick BGMs of like games and vibes I like, and this one reminded me of Stardew Valley, so I picked it. I know they're animated by two different like studios, but like I know that studios try to be faithful. So like you have like studios that could animate in different like styles completely. So I wouldn't say it's like a studio thing. It's just interesting that like the whole like landscape of anime has just changed. Like if you look at like 2010s and you see like Lucky Star, Clannad, Nichijou versus like the popular animes of today, styles are very much like different. I find it interesting. I mean, don't people remember like anime eyes like hold on, if I can remember it from where they just like had like the highlights at the bottom and all of this colored in. Like the really big eyes with just like one little like highlight like this. This was like the norm back then. But now it's like much different. Haruhi Suzumiya. Oh my goodness. Just like, I was not one of the poor victims that had to deal with the, what was it, the 8-episode fiasco? Oh my goodness. Can't imagine how hard it was for the OG viewers of that. I mean, like, I was watching anime around that time, but I wasn't watching Haruhi Suzumiya at the time. The Endless Summer? Don't remind me. I hope I sent people on a memory lane with that one. Alright, let me just add the little thread marks here. Hemlock saying they need to watch it. Good luck. You already have it on easy mode, but like the people that were watching it like weekly release were going through it. I won't spoil what happened though. Just don't get bored. I'll put like fabrics on this. It doesn't. That. Oh, maybe that's better instead of what I did with the other side. Alright, let me redo. You gotta watch it again? Oh my goodness. Have like most of you like rewatched a bunch of like stuff back to back? I think. Oh, this might sound cringy, but like when I was younger, I think I rewatched or in high school Host Club like 6 times, 7 times. I don't know. I love that show. It's not. It has not aged well. I cannot like. I feel like I could get canceled for recommending it in this day and age. The jokes in that show have not aged well at all. I do know a lot of people who want like a season 2 of it. So like it'd be interesting if it came back. It might just have to be like toned down by a lot. Say you get canceled for anything. It's just like you don't want to be controversial. That's it. Not back to back, but you watch Honey and Clover every few years. Ooh, and you also read Fairy Tale every year. Oh my goodness. Oh, you enjoyed the art evolving over time. Oh, then it's like a before and after like art thing. Ooh, I like that. always fun seeing like progress, so I see what you mean. I think that's better for like the fabrics. I know for a fact if I end up going through with that every Final Fantasy game thing, I will have to replay a couple of them, so it'll be fun. Always great to watch manga artists level up mid-series. Yeah! I think the most, like, talked about example is the Boku no Hero Academia mangaka. But, like, I I appreciate that in chat we're, like, reviewing some other ones. Right, gotta add this. Yeah? But yeah, that's primarily the reason why I don't delete my old stuff. Even though I can never pretty much watch it with a straight face again, uh, I like to just keep it there so that, like, if people stumble upon my channel, they get to see what used to be the remnants of my, like, laptop mouse days. It was such a struggle to animate. I mentioned it briefly before, but every time I would like draw a single line, my program would freeze for like 10 seconds, just trying to render the line into existence. I did not have a good setup. Glad that like um art programs and like resources for it are so readily available. We all had a DeviantArt once. Oh my goodness, don't remind me. I somehow like did not get into like the yabai area of DeviantArt. I don't know how I managed to, but I managed to steer clear of all of the sus stuff on that website. I guess like maybe like I've just like parted the seas of like all the inflation art. I gravitated to all the cute art somehow. Alright, the backpack is incorporated. Woo! Alright, just like that's good. Alright, now we just gotta add our little pom-pom at the top and draw Annie over here crying hysterically. I think that one will be the most fun part, so I might actually animate Annie first. That's like only seeing cute anime girls and baby goat videos on Twitter and cry. That's actually the perfect analogy, yeah. It's like being able to scroll through like Twitter without seeing anything sus. I don't know how I managed to do it. Maybe if like one person tripped over a rock, I would have been a completely different artist from the stuff I could have seen. Don't do it to me, time travelers. Don't change the timeline. Alright, let's put Annie on a different layer so it'll be easier to animate. Hemlock hitting with the yeah. Oh no, that sounds like a broken soul who's actually ventured through Twitter. Well, if you're thinking like that, then you're just thinking only in regrets. I mean, like, I think everyone has their fair share of, if I did this could have turned out differently. All you're doing is living in the past, unfortunately. Just gotta gambare. I keep thinking about if I've like started YouTube sooner, or like didn't go to university and just grinded my channel, if things would have played differently. But like at this point there's no like room to dwell on it. Just gotta like keep at it. Technically, with all of the innovations done with medicine, we theoretically, assuming there's no freak accident, we theoretically have so many years to like create something and create an impact if we like work hard enough. So hopefully your dreams haven't died out, Hemlock. Gambare. Ah, yes, shaky hand syndrome. Hold on, let me just figure this out. I can erase this, hold on. Maybe it's good enough? Clean enough if I just fix this up. Yay, looks good enough. Oh yeah, that's true. You make a good point, Hemlock. There's also just new paths that, like, open up to you the more you, like, deal with life. Especially because, like, I did not see myself streaming like this. I think I thought, like, I would do my, like, 1K celebration stuff and then be done with it, but then I was like, this sounds doable. Let's go for it. So, here I am now. You just never know where life takes you. Should I make the like this? It looks so comical. Maybe if I, like, add, like, a blue line art to it, it'll, like, pop out better. Yeah, I'm cooking now. Alright. It looks really comical, but, like, I'm sure when I animate it, it'll look like more, less, how do I say it? Awkward looking, I guess? Yeah. Me when the water gets evaporated out of my eyes to form into a cloud. You know, yeah, kind of look like that, but I'll make them, like, gush out like a fire hydrant. Alright. This was the line art. Ooh. Okay, hold on. So this is what the sketch looked like. And this is how the line art came through. Ooh. Wait, did I put this in the wrong layer? Oops. You just steal that and then put it here. There we go. Fixed. Alright. As usual, I like to color the first frame just to see how it looks, and then, rolled. And then, I'll animate it. It should be a very short, like, repeaty animation, so it shouldn't take too long to work on. Yeah! Ranking of King's author? Yeah, I know that they, like, pivoted a lot. I gotta watch it. It's just always just like I keep getting reminded. It's so cool, and then like I forgot. Okay, let me just wait. I'm gonna make a conscious effort right now to write it down, and then I'll check out the first episode and talk about it next stream. All right, hold on. Let me consciously do this effort. Alright, I noted it down. Okay. Now I just gotta not forget that I wrote it down. That would be comically, like, bad levels of fulgore. Taking a hydration break real quick, so, don't forget to drink water, pom-pom slimes. Alright, finish drinking water. Let's shade. Start with the... It'll be okay like this. Okay, you okay. Don't pull too many funny shenanigans. Oh my Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't catch that sneeze on the mic. Whoopsies! my first Huskaru? Oh my goodness, I am leveling up as a streamer. Thank you. You heard the starting frames of it? Oh, so it cut out. Okay, okay, okay. So, at least, not 100% embarrassed. Let's go. Wait, does anybody know where, like, Tuskaru, like, came from? Like, when did it become, like, tradition to, like, say thank you for, like, someone sneezing? When did that become a thing? I immediately only, knew about it from Ichi Sanji. I watched a lot before, like, a lot of stuff went, pretty yabai, but I don't know if it came from before that. Well, I know it originated from like Japan, like culture, but like I'm kind of curious if it was like a specific like idol that started the trend or like no. When I look up into like the origins, a lot of it does I think come from Niji Sanji. Does like Hololive have Tuskaru nowadays? I don't really look at too much JP outside of Kanade, and I can never seem to catch a Kanade sneeze on stream. Wait, that sounds really weird putting it like that. I'm not doing it for that. I just watch Kanade because she has like the easiest Nihongo to like listen to. I think it was used as any cute sounds, probably an. Oh, I could totally see it being like an ASMR thing. Oh, cause like it means like you saved me. You know, good point. You okay? I see we have another Kanade enjoyer. Thank you, thank you. Whenever the random English pops up on stream, I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. I wonder if like I build more of an international audience since it seems like I have no EN like or not EN, no like US viewers here for some reason, maybe like for one or two. I have like six like international. I wonder if my English is easy enough to listen to or if it's like a train wreck. I've seen those charts where people would like rank VTubers based on how easy it is to learn their native language, and it, I hope I'm not on the hardest category. But that's the thing. You would be a US viewer, but you're not. I have so many, what, European viewers? You know, when you give me that challenge, you're kind of tempting me to say, water, instead of bottle of water. Ah, the British. Yeah. Today is Thursday. How would I convert the "it's Tuesday" into the? Hold on. It's Thursday. How would a British person say Thursday? Thursday. Like that? Or like Thursday? Or like that? Okay, we just call every day Tuesday? Alright. Valid. Too many different accents, can't determine it. Yeah. But now I get your accent. You're definitely from... Let me say it. East Northern West Lancaster Worcestershire. Checks out. Oh my goodness. Wait, when did we plan on the French? Am I missing a page here? They always catch strays. Oh my goodness. Every single chatter in here is agreeing. I hope none of my lurkers are French. Or British. So you met a nice one? Hey, fellow. Hey. Okay, we got good representation now. Alright, this should work. Now we have the backpack. Oh, foreign exchange students. I had my fair share of experiences with foreign exchange students. When I went to university. I guess that's why there's like this how do I say it? Amazement or like perplexity by like anime to like indicate someone from another country as like very interesting. Like a specimen to be like investigated. Like anytime there was like a foreign exchange student, they had very different mannerisms and like meme culture and everything that like anyone that would try to talk to them would like have like this air of like awkwardness, but not in like a bad way, not in like a oh this person's weird. It's more like a how do I vibe with you sort of thing. Oops, didn't line this part. They're all one high mind. Alright, now if we turn our regular. Alright, now I just gotta fix up like the light art here. Pretty good. No, the Popeye forearms are gone. It just looked awkward being that like heavy in weight, okay? I care about my line weights. Okay, go back to this. Backpack was shaded in 3 different colors. Eat spinach now. She likes spinach actually. I actually, whenever I make lasagna for myself, I put spinach in it, and like I like put extra with like all the ricotta stuff too. I think I've also like eaten spinach just slightly blanched on like sandwiches. That stuff's good. y'all ever like substitute basil with spinach? Because I do that weirdly enough. Like if I'm having like a what was it called? A caprese? I substitute spinach in. Oh, I like to mince my like spinach into like smithereens so that it's like homogenous with like the ground beef. I do have a couple of pieces that I just like uncut, so like there's like a texture variation. But yeah, I don't get the teeth feeling funny part. You put carrots in it? Yeah. I sometimes I just like put a lot of veggies in unashamedly. More vegetable than meat ratio for my lasagnas, please. You don't even like lasagna? Hate creamy. Wait, you hate creamy cheeses? What? I'm gonna boo you, boo. I love my cream cheese. I like my sour cream. I like my heavy cream. I think mozzarella is pretty aight. I like my ricotta. Ricotta's so good. Come on, like if you like drain all the liquid out of ricotta, you get cannoli cream, and that's like, oh my goodness, amazing. Right, but then creamy stuff is like nice texture-wise. Are you a soup disavouer then? If texture's your whole thing? Do you just hate smooth things? Yeah, please use your Control Z more. Don't hurt your tablet. I actually did a very rookie mistake when I was a much younger artist, and this was the days when I used to play Osu. I actually burnt through my first drawing tablet so fast because I did not hover when playing Osu. So I actually like damaged my drawing tablet over time playing Osu. Biggest rookie mistake I've ever made. So like you don't like different textures together? Ah, okay, okay. You're not like a cream cheese hater. You just don't like it in lasagna. Oh, or well, ricotta cheese in lasagna. I know people do put cream cheese in their lasagnas. I tried it once. It was actually pretty alright. You miss your Wacom bamboo? Gifted to a... Oh, that's so sweet. Maybe it went to great hands. I see. So someone here really despises cottage cheese. I mean, I'm not too big of a fan of cottage cheese, but I'll gladly let someone else enjoy it instead of it going to waste to someone like me. I have like the philosophy, if I don't enjoy a food, it might as well go to someone who like enjoys it like 100 times more. So not bad to dislike food, just don't waste it. Cottage cheese is made for when you don't have any cheese culture but learned a way to make milk last for months 4 years ago. Really want to try. Oh my goodness, we have cottage cheese haters. I wonder if there's anyone here that enjoys it. Hemlock's gotta go to bed? Alrighty. Thank you so much for the prayers for my animation. And, have a good night. Well, bye, Hemlock. Thinking I should actually color the tears transparent. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that looks good. Now, instead of it being all blue, I should probably erase some of the section. I played the series Golden Sun? No, but I do know it's very highly acclaimed, and I could definitely add it to the list if I could get a legitimate copy of it. Is it on Steam? Check. Yeah, I see it's only on Game Boy Advance. Oh! This. I wonder if it has ever gotten any ports. I'll definitely take a look into it because definitely gotta check out the classics. I remember when I was much younger, I like played stuff like Chrono Cross. I definitely want to recheck those out for like nostalgia, simply because I don't fully remember everything in the game, but I know it was a classic. When it comes to classic games, though, I think we'll have to budget for them. So maybe after I hit monetization on this channel, first step will be to get a setup for the microphone. I do want to upgrade my microphone, and then afterwards, we could do stuff for like the actual stream equipment and like try to get some capture cards. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know Chrono Trigger is the more beloved one, but I had more memories with Chrono Cross, so I definitely want to check that one out too. Okay, that's the first frame. It looks great, actually. Nice! Alright, so let's animate any first crying. And then we'll animate Chrissy, like, fiddling around with the bag. And maybe, like, giving, like, a defeated look expression or something. Before I get started on that, though, I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break, so I'm going to be right back. Dear me! him back. Took me a little longer because I accidentally stubbed my foot. I have this like inherent ability to just like randomly stub my foot or my hand at the most random inconvenient times, and this is one of them. I could probably make a story time about that. Alrighty, let's get back to our usual pom-pom program and animate any. I'm gonna animate any with how I feel about my foot. I think I should make any bounce up and down like this while like tearing up. I think it would add to like the drama of it all, if I could say that. The drama. Dun dun dun. Let me see if I can draw a line. Okay, there we go. I can adjust this at least. You just want to watch Toradora again for the pain? Oh my goodness. What a masochist. Nah, Toradora was alright for a first watch. But yeah, I could totally see why the second watch is difficult. There are just some shows that are just harder to watch a second time. Like, if there are moments in the show that make you cringe, rewatching past that is like the hardest. Taiga's the worst kind of tsundere, but better than Zero no Tsukaima. Uh, watched Zero no Tsukaima as like one of my first animes, so like, I think I'm just obligated not to like talk bad about it. I'm sorry. Oh, Simo's here to pop in again. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Wait, you didn't like? I actually, maybe I gotta rewatch it again, but I actually liked Luis. I I think the most I cringed at Zero no Tsukaima was actually, I think, the third season, was it? Let me pull up. I think it was like F or something. Let me look. I don't know. I just remember when this elf popped up, and that's when like Saito got their like second like servant thingy. Is when I cringed. I, I think like kid me was just really upset that it was a harem, and I was like, but there was already the first one, and then like I just didn't comprehend the other like 5 girls there were. Maybe if I rewatch it now as like an adult, I'll have a completely different view of this show. Maybe my immersion will be broken. What kind of show are you talking about, Wild? Tenku dan dato get shelter heaven? What is this? Hey, it's got the style I was talking about with the big eyes with just like one highlight at the very tippy top. I feel like clones or like inspirations can either like exceed, be a copycat, or like somehow like take all the wrong things that they liked about the original. There's like no like other way. I have some inspirations for like when I want to do like a whole like mini series about like any, but like I hope like the stuff I'm inspired by uh doesn't how do I say hinder my inspiration. I think that's a very good point, okay? But like stuff like that for like media franchises where they rely on like Blu-ray sales, it doesn't like that rule kind of doesn't apply to the current content on YouTube. Not to be like a doom poster, but like I have seen a lot of channels just like rip off established channels to then just like gain either the same amount of success or like exceed the original concept. So it can work out. It's just oof. But I think it's just more because the bar is much lower to succeed on YouTube than to like have like a whole animated like series. Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring up. I guess that studio could have went that route for the easy bucks. Have integrity like clipping channels. They know that the original person like live streaming is like all of the creative stuff, so at least they kind of do like a mutual trade of like doing all the hard work of clipping while the streamer gets all the attention. How it goes. It's looking so cute. I need to make sure to add the correct lighting for the tears. Here's hoping my copium that YouTube was having harsher enforcements go through. I do know that AI channels have it much harder to monetize, so fingers crossed that like that strat isn't like a thing anymore. You watched Horamiya recently. Had a decent story, like the characters, but the Oh yeah, pacing is also art of its own. I know that's basically one of the things you have to master if you want to do well on as a YouTuber. It's pacing. Like a lot of people can get away with like kind of shoddy like microphone, kind of shoddy like visuals, but like if you could like pace and like do comedy correctly, you'll go far. I think that's the key to it. I had the knowledge today, and I haven't like started on my video that's scheduled to come out for next year, I think I would have already paced some things differently in the beginning, especially. But just gotta roll with it and just like learn how to like pace my next video better when it comes to comedy and like jokes. Oh my goodness. If you want a cringe rom-com with a bunch of drama, you'd go to Domestic Girlfriend. Isn't that one the one where like there's a self-insert or something at one point? Or am I thinking of a different one? I think I'm thinking of Rent a Girlfriend. My bad. Either way, it's like there's like now just like a genre of like rom-coms going terribly wrong. I'm honestly living for it because like it's like trash reality TV but animated. I'll take it. I tried to watch I think, what was it, the 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Like You, and I could not get through it. I don't know why, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I do know that a lot of people think that the mangaka is like cooking, because like there's actual like character development for each girlfriend that gets added, but man, not for me. Better than Orimo? Was that the one you were referencing a while? Yes, okay, it was. Okay, I acknowledge, I passed my knowledge check. I feel like Orimo is like low-key one of the pioneers that like started this whole genre. Honestly, I just wouldn't blame the mangakas for like writing themselves into like a hole like that. Especially with how like horrible culture crunches in like Japan. Those mangakas have like horrible like deadlines, and then like they get expected to keep writing masterpiece after masterpiece. So sometimes my hypothesis is that they just like purposely like rage bait and throw. Never worked for a magazine with weekly in its name. It's insanity. Yeah, it's also the same reason why like a webtoon artists, I can't imagine the struggle. Some of them have like twice a week postings, and I'm just like, I know that most of the time they have like a stockpile prepped in advance, but like to have that all like made so long ago to like upload, oh my goodness, the poor fingers are like dying, I bet. And then like I know that there's like not the best contracts nowadays. They used to like give really good contracts at first, and then there's like now like allegations coming out that all the contracts for newer webtoon artists are getting like worse and worse. Honestly, I prefer the whole like I support an artist whenever they cook, I go check it out. But like I don't feel like rushing an artist is the best way. I think like if they can just self-impose their own deadlines and then just be able to like live comfortably, that would be ideal. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of Kickstarter moolah. Holy. Oh my god. Like retirement funds. That's like you can sort of like relax like PewDiePie and then make illustrations to publish. Hopefully they're not burnt out over like the pressures of like releasing this stuff. Number one struggle with a lot of artists I've like talked to, making commitments and then getting burnt out of said commitment. Oh, Sayori, hello, hello, welcome back to the stream. Exactly. Oh, okay. Started the Kickstarter to get the webcomic into a published book. Got the funding, published 3 books, and then still going 20 years. Oh my goodness, that's like a life's work now. streams done? Oh, you like the PNG tuber model? Thanks, Iori. You also follow. Ooh, let me actually write down some of these things. Kinda curious about these webcomics. You're back with no bread sandwich? Isn't that just like a glorified salad then? Alrighty, I have all 3 of these written down. I might not get to all 3 of these, but when I have time, I definitely like to check out new medias, expand my knowledge. Oh, I see. Air salad, my favorite. Alright, let's do like one final down and then we could have like any bouncing up again, so it's like a temper tantrum sort of thing. Your favorite food is void? Ooh, if you bring up pizza, Sayori, I think of stuff like sushi, sandwiches, stuff that you could easily customize. I think those are like killer choices for like favorite foods. That's why I do really like sushi. Oh, dang it! It just a little too high. Okay, hold on. If I just like smooth out the top, it's okay. Be a little weighted at the top. Good enough. No, take your supplements then, Wild. Do what you can. Oh my god, this is so funny when I like play it. It's like just like tears going crazy. I think I need to like add like a puddle below any like that's growing right underneath, and then it'll look even cooler, I think. So like if I like add like a puddle like this down there and then just like bands. I think that would be a cool detail to add. Oh, you like to cook your own? Yeah. Food from like outside sources is rough with costs. So yeah, making your own stuff like sushi at home is like big like savings. My goodness. I like to get my salmon from like Costco and then like marinate it correctly. But it doesn't taste as good as like something from like a restaurant. But like, man, the money saving is like enormous. I feel like it stonks. Oh, you're making another video, Wild. Congrats. A synopsis on SAO? I feel like that's like you're venturing back into like the 2012s where like every single like YouTuber was trying to like capitalize on the SAO bubble. I think the only stuff they're making with SAO when it comes to animation is like the what was it? They're like remaking some of the arcs. Like the writer decided to like rewrite SAO, but like in detail with each flooring, and I think they're animating the movies for that. I think. Let me just remember the title. Oh, Progressive. Okay, yeah. It was Sword Art Online Progressive. I'm unironically keeping up with it because it's interesting. Love or hate SAO, it does have interesting concepts. I just think it's similar to like ReZero, where they just need to have like a really good anime director and things cook. You wanna log Horizon? Oh my goodness, you okay throwing out the ideas, nice. Wasn't there like dot hack? Is that also like another like thing similar akin to SAO? I don't remember. I just remember it passing by my childhood. Yeah, basically. Okay. Speaking of animes that like take a grip hold of the community, isn't Freerin Season 2 coming out soon? I think that one is like really hyped up, right? Your whole channel is just every show that did it right. Even if it's just one thing right, it's better than SAO. What a passionate hater. Sometimes your biggest fans are haters, I guess. anime is much better than the manga, surprisingly. Um, there's a lot of cases where I could see the anime just pacing itself better than the manga. It just depends, like, if the studio, like, has the need to really, like, put in all the budget. I know there's a lot of copium right now. I want to say copium because we don't know. There's a lot of copium for Oshinoko, season 3 to do well, because a lot of people want the ending to be changed, and honestly, I'm excited because either the anime can pull the double like got you and do the same exact ending, or the anime could also pull the double got you and put up a new ending. So it's either gonna end with like a dumpster fire with the community enraged, or like people happy over the result. Oh my goodness, yeah, Full Metal Alchemist had two like separate things where like one followed the manga and one didn't. I think they were both pretty good standalones like compared to each other. Yeah. It was just like paced like not in accordance. It's why there are so many filler arcs in like shows that never end, like One Piece. Gotta wait for the mangaka to cook. I just think of anything that runs a while, like having a lot of filler. I do know that like the pretty like more noticeable the filler is, the higher chance it like ends up on a list of episodes to skip if they're filler. Honestly, yeah, I don't think charged like that, but I think there needs to be more like regulation to like overwork. Like the overwork culture is horrid. It's like one of the main reasons I don't really fully glorify Japan and Japanese culture, because two of the biggest like problems I see with it is one, like the isolation culture, where like a lot of people just like have the sentiment to not like invite foreigners in, and then the overwork culture, and like, oh wait, there's one more. There's also the bystander culture I don't really like. It's those three things that make me not really like glorify Japan too much. I think Japanese culture is really cool. Yes, yes, I know the cat girls, I know. They're great, but like we can't have mangakas like croak out at like the early age of 30 just so we can get another cat girl manga in, okay? I think it's really sad when that stuff happens. Like when I see those animation studio like tours, and I see like those animators have like eye bags the like size of like 2 fingers combined, I like I can't stomach watching that anymore. It's just like it's like horror to me. It's almost like body horror in like in a twisted way, where like I know these people are very passionate, but like they're like slowly like destroying their body just get results out, and that's uncanny. I know I do a lot of streaming here and like a lot of animation work, but like at the very least I can eat and sleep comfortably. If I couldn't do that, I probably wouldn't be able to keep up with the pace that they do. Yeah. We'll never get to see how Berserk ends because of that. It's just really sad. There just has to be some sort of like maximum amount of hours. There has to be some sort of like, if you want a new chapter every week, there has to be this many people helping out or something like that. It's just blasphemy how like overworked like everyone is, and like how okay it is, and like it just like baffles me. I know it's like a big honor system, but like what's the point of working on something if you don't get to see the fruits of your labor? You know what I mean? It's so funny looking. I got the tears going. Alright, let's make any bounce up again. They're basically self-employed freelancers though, that's probably the trick. Yeah, we do currently like have a lot of like broken like working conditions, especially for artists. Like not only in the east but in the west as well, where like a lot of employees don't want to give artists like full like insurance benefits or like employment benefits, and they're all just like contractors. It's sad. I think most of the time, like the best position to be as an artist is to cultivate your own like business. And if you don't do that and you work for someone else, you basically run the risk of getting exploited. Especially because I've seen the rates people offer, and not all of them are as pretty as it seems like. I mean, heck, I think Trash Taste did like a whole podcast with an animator working in Japan, and like after a hard grueling work week, they would have like enough each day just to like buy ramen, and that's it. That's depressing. It's not even like the good ramen, it's just the instant cup ramen. And trust me, it doesn't get better in the West either with the rates. Not livable rates. Definitely better than the East, but still not pretty. Considering that right now in the East, it's cheaper to live in. So your ideal goal is to like live somewhere cheap and then try to like find labor in the West. But otherwise, if you live in the West and you try to get art labor in the West, it's rough. Not all companies can probably employ an artist as a full-time employee. You can see that. I do need... Yeah, I understand in some practices where you do have to like do contracting work. That makes sense, right? If you need a graphic designer for your logo, right? You're not gonna like full-time employee this person, right? But there's a difference between that and League of Legends, where they have like artists working full-time to make new skins, new models, 3D assets and everything, and firing the whole team just to make them all contractors is a whole different move. It's like it's like yeah, I understand that, but then when you look at that, it just pales in comparison. Yeah, Weekly Shonen Jump is all about artists, pay them a wage. Yeah, pay all of them a wage. The editors, the like mangakas, the like background artists, all of them. And like give them all fair wages, please. So that if they take like a break for like 2 months to recover from carpal tunnel, they don't go homeless. Alright, let me take another sip of water. This is another reminder to hydrate. But Chrisy, you don't understand how hard the COO work. Yeah, it it's just like the TLDR, the rich families, whoever was like there first to like reap the benefits, get to like pass it down. It's all like that. I think eventually though, like either the system has to like rumble in a way where like the lower middle class like get budge room, or like I don't know. Let's let's just hope, like, at the very least, my prayers is that the AI bubble bursts into like a million pieces. That is my copium. I breathe in it every day thinking that eventually AI is too expensive to afford, so either they gotta monetize it heavily and no one buys it, or that it just doesn't keep going. Here we go. Here's our looking. Zaibatsu is a super cool name for the. Oh my goodness. Don't give in. Don't give in to the temptations, you okay? Oh, speaking of which, I noticed that a lot of Steam games have went on sale recently, and I will potentially be looking into what goes on a really heavy discount as like one of the next stream games. I will set up a poll soon with a bunch of games, and that will be the next game I do play on stream. So I will let you all know when that does come by. I think it might come by in like the middle of like December or something. You got games on your phone. I love that meme. One of my favorite game-related memes was the your Xbox should come with Uno. Like, the amount of passion that guy was screaming was so funny. My favorite trope is when, like, gamers become, like, 5-star actors over the most silliest stuff. Not wrong. Just get a throne and whatever service is equivalent for that for games, by the way, before monetization. Add represent. Yeah! I know that that is another route, but maybe I'll, like, ask before, because I don't want to, like, come off as, how do I say it? I don't want to come off as, like, a needy needy streamer overload. No, needy streamer. I want to be able to like have people like enjoy the stream without feeling the incentive to donate, because I know money's a tough thing to come across. But if a lot of people wish for it, that could just be a thing down the line I could add. I was definitely thinking about setting up like a Ko-fi or like a Patreon after I post my first video, like in a long time, so that way like I could like show behind the scenes work and stuff, so like people can get something they like paid for. Just put the link in the description, no one's reading it. That disheartens me. I put my rules in there, you know. I hope you all are reading my rules, please. You have an Xbox One with no games, you just have a Game Pass, but you're broke now, they increased the... Yeah! It's why I always prefer having the actual copies than rather doing like a subscription base. If for whatever reason you find yourself having tough times, boom, you just have nothing left. Scary times. Alrighty, there we go. Wait, did I color on the wrong layer? Oh, I colored on the wrong layer. Should be an easy fix, though. Control Z, my beloved. Rules are for ban evasion. Brave the waves with common. Oh my goodness. I mean, vibes are important. Yeah. If you like don't like mesh with the vibes, it can get awkward real quick. Hmm. Alrighty, there we go. Now it's on the correct layer, thank goodness. Once again, I got someone thinking that the BGM is from a certain IP. This is my This is becoming a good BGM playlist. I'm tricking people and thinking it's like Stardew or Amori or this. If you like it, let me like give you the link. Here you go. Dova Syndrome, my beloved. By the way, why is the team making a needy streamer over anime? It will destroy the meta narrative of the game and have no meaning. I do know that the main creator and like creative push of the game had a very bad time with the company publishing it, that there's like legal battles going on. So I think right now, like, the actual company pushing out Needy Streamer Overload is just doing it for more profits rather than like the lore of the story. I mean, a very clear like telltale of like companies that push for profit versus quality is like, the easiest one is Pokemon versus Digimon. You got one that comes out with a game every year where like fans are starting to like criticize it like harshly online, and then you got one where like fans are praising it but the games come out every like 5 years or so. My favorite aspect of that game, without spoiling it heavily, was that to get one of the quote-unquote best feel-good endings, VTubers could not actually accomplish it because you would actually have to turn off your internet's Wi-Fi. And because of that, every single VTuber that streamed that game couldn't get the ending. I thought that was genius. I won't spoil the whole contents of that ending and how to get it, but that was S tier. Used to love Digimon, fell out of it. I think right now Digimon is like popping again though. From what I've heard, like a lot of people are like flying to Digimon now because like the recent Pokemon game, the one that takes place in the city, what was it? Was it like Z something? ZA? ZA, yeah. Pokemon Legends ZA did not come even close to the hype. Makes sense though. Its launch to me was like theoretically like worse than Cyberpunk 2077, because like what's the whole point of making the game be like taking place in one location if you can't even explore the buildings of the location? Like it's in a city, but you can't enter any of the buildings of the city. It's like, huh? Like maybe except for like who? And like there's too many like buggy things where like your Pokemon keep falling off buildings. Well, at least people were expecting to like have like an underground belly of the city, because like if there was like a lot of investigations to do, that would kind of like make sense, but there wasn't that either. Either way, I wish the teams behind it would like take like a good like 3 to 4 years per game to polish, since you know you can't just make like gold out of thin air. But oh well, they're just gonna keep doing what works, and you know what? Good for them. Not worth my time though. I want to enjoy like the stuff back then that was like crafted with a lot of like love and intention. Oh, and if you enjoy Pokemon still to this day, no hate. Keep enjoying what you enjoy. It's just you probably won't find me streaming that kind of stuff here. Owie. Especially because I'm not the type of person to enjoy like shiny hunting and like IV training. That's not my cup of tea. Point and click games don't remind me of the horrors when I would just get stuck on something and like the solution was like an item that I would think last. I made the line. Find the pixel, Chrissy. Use the stick on the phone. No! I think one of my favorite point and click games, the Danganronpa, or is it Phoenix Wright? I I think those are both like a mesh up for me. I enjoy both of those. Danganronpa only has gotten better. Only started playing recently. Thought the first game was mid. Still playing the second one. It's getting so much. Yeah. I know the second game is considered to be a pretty good one, but I also like V3 a lot. I do know that they're taking the second game and then they're like doing like a what if scenario, which is kind of cool actually. I definitely want to check that out when it comes out. The heck is this? This like a horror? Like psychological? There's like barely any information about this. What the heck? Like it's like you pulled out like something from like the corners of the internet. Cthulhu meets sci-fi meets film noir. Huh. Not good with unsettling horror, so maybe I'll try to check out to see if any like YouTubers did like a let's play on it. It is a perhaps. That's true, Wild. I like my cozy slice of life or my slightly sad action games. Can't do horror for my life. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna make sure to see if like a Let's Player checked it out first. That already gave me enough heebie-jeebies. Wait. You think town sims are boring? Oh my goodness! If anyone like plays Minecraft, gets in here, they're gonna cause a riot. Think like town sims and like sandbox games are like one and the same like puddle. You played Minecraft once, haven't been to it again? Yeah, it's a big like hit or miss with people, I've noticed. You either like hate it or you love it. I'm kind of like on the neutral side, more so of the like I'm already past like the time to like play it since I already had like a good amount of hours already put into the game a while back. It's why I don't really delve too much with like Terraria anymore. Although I do think Terraria is a league better than Minecraft, in my humble opinion. I also like don't really vibe too much with Terraria anymore because I've already played it enough. What? I think 3D games are perfectly okay. Before Gearbox took and like nearly massacred Risk of Rain 2, I think Risk of Rain 2 was great. Wait, if you don't like town sim games, like Stardew Valley is literally one of those. Huh? When you say Binding of Isaac, I just got reminded. I don't really jive too well with a lot of roguelites, but like I am interested in Hades 1 and 2. I think they'd be fun games to play on stream. I am not good with min-maxing though, so I might have to rely on chat to tell me which things to pick up. I have like the comprehension like skills of like a snail when it comes to like taking in information. Oh, Alicia's back. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness, I just realized by Wild saying that they're a 2D character and don't live in 3D, I just realized if I ever get like a 3D model, it's the day UOK clicks off the stream. Is that it? Can't handle a VTuber once they go into 2D mode? Or, not 2D, 3D mode? Gotta add the Z axis, okay? I can respect 3D. But you will still be a static person on a screen with arms flailing around. If you get that super expensive Sony bracelet that tracks your body, you will rethink your choices. How expensive is 3D tracking again? Like, several grand? Once I finish this frame, by the way, I think this is when we have to call stream today. I'm enjoying the fact that we just have Chrissy here with the torn backpack and like the crying animations looking so good. I can't wait to like finish this cut, and then we just have one cut here, which is also really short. And then we have one final cut right at the end. So we're actually really close to being done with this. Clearly, it's my fault, and he's upset. Have you watched the short? Go here. Let me link it. Here, this is the story why. The lore why, and he's crying. I just like making callbacks to my animations. Anyways, before I get too sidetracked, let me finish coloring this frame and then the stream will be over. Any working a 9 to 5 is the lore why I can work on my channel so much. I'll stick with it. That actually sounds hilarious. Wait, let me write that down. That sounds funny if I make a lore video. Business suit Annie is now canon? Yes! I did draw Annie with the bow tie once, and it looked really cute. So yeah, I could totally see the vision. Alright, there we go. We basically turned this sketch into a full color render. Still gotta oh my goodness, animate Chrisy fidgeting with the bag. Finish up Annie's crying, which shouldn't be too many frames. I can actually call that. 3 frames. Okay, we were just 3 frames off, but I do have to go. So yeah, I think we will definitely finish this cut next stream for sure. Actually, next stream is my Altier Ryza, so it'll be the next animation stream. Alrighty. So this is what it came out to. Yay! Alright. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the stream. If you're curious on how this whole short is looking together, check it out when I publish it, Wild. And to all you other pom-pom slimes, you better watch the short when it comes out, pretty please. Alright, I will see you all tomorrow.